Okay, great. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. We will go ahead and get started. I just wanted to do some introductions first. My name is Daniela Anea Kane. I am the staff lead for Making Strides Against Breast Cancer of Chicago. I've been with ACS for a little over 2 years now and really excited to work on this event again with my partner, Marley. And then I'll just introduce you to Carly if you want to say an introduction first.
Yeah, hi, I'm Carly Schmiedeskamp. I manage our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer of Lake County that is held in Libertyville every year.
Thanks, Carly. So again, we have really excited for today's call. We have 3 great panelists who have already reached some of our elite fundraising clubs, and they're here to really share their ideas and their tips and tricks on how successful they've been fundraising and share a little bit about their story. So I'd like to introduce you to our 3 panelists. And Catherine, if you want to introduce yourself first.
Yes, I'm Catherine Burgess, and I participate in the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk in Wheaton and Cantigny Park. And the name of my team is Bertha's Girls. And the reason that we named the team Bertha's Girls is because the team is named after my mom. Now, she didn't have breast cancer, but all 3 of her daughters had breast cancer, myself and my 2 sisters. The thing is that we were all stricken with breast cancer, but we are all survivors, and that's the good thing. And I've been participating in the Making Strides walk since 2011. And so far, we have accumulated $5,851.26. We're very proud of that.
Oh, thanks, Catherine. Thanks for sharing. Kelly, do you want to go next?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're good.
All right. So hello, my name is Kelly, and my team name is Kelly's Crew. It's not super unique, but it was what we came up with. I'm also going to be at the Cantigny Breast Cancer Walk in Wheaton on October 1st, and I'm just over $1,500. So I just became the Champion of Hope. I'm at that level now. And I'm really excited to be doing this because I lost a close friend last year. Actually, her death was a year ago on Saturday. And when I lost her, I decided to get myself checked and get things worked out. And then I found out I had breast cancer as well. So luckily, we did catch it early, and I've gone through all my treatments and doing well. And so I'm just really excited to be walking in my friend Kim's honor, but also for myself as well.
Thanks, Kelly. Natasha?
Hi, everyone. My name is Natasha, and I am participating in the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk located in Chicago in October. So my team name is called Zena's Warriors. We are walking, I guess for my mom, her name is Rosina, so we kind of shortened it to make a little team name for her. As of right now, we have raised a little bit over $3,400 for our team. And the reason that we got involved, or my family got involved in the walk this year, is because in January of 2021, my mom was diagnosed with stage 3 triple negative breast cancer, and it is a fight that she is still fighting, and we're so proud of her for it, and definitely encouraging her every step of the way. And so we just wanted to do something to get involved with our city for this cause, and we're pretty excited. We're having a lot of friends and family flying for the walk as well, so it's going to be a nice way to even just get some of her warriors together and have a good day in October for her.
Awesome. Thanks, Natasha. Thanks for sharing, and we're excited to have you participate in October. So we'll jump right into our questions. So we'll ask each panelist questions, and then at the end we'll open it up for Q&A from our participants, and then share a little bit more about tips and tricks that we provide and resources here at ACS. So my first question is, and you already answered this a little bit in your introduction, but what drew you to participating in Making Strides, and what does it mean to you? Catherine, do you want to jump in first?
Okay, sure. Well, what drew me to participating in the Making Strides walk is during the time that I was fighting with the breast cancer, I was going through a lot. I had just recently lost my husband as well. So I had like double stuff going on with me and was depressed and all of that. And a representative came to the hospital where I was getting my treatments, and she asked me if I would be interested in participating in the walk. So I thought it was a lot of fun, but also the thing that struck me was all of the things that American Cancer Society was doing to encourage me and to support me. I had lost all my hair, so I needed a wig. And of course, at the time, I didn't have money for a wig. And they had this program called Look Good, Feel Better. And I participated in that program. I had free makeup. They gave me a free wig. I was doing the nutrition seminars that they had. It was just a lot. The rides, you can have a ride, someone come and pick you up and take you to treatments and stuff. And it was just stimulating and exciting to me that an organization would do this to support you while you're going through something that's terrible in your life. And I was like, man, when I get better, I'm going to do what I can do so that I can support this organization so they can help other women that are coming along, especially women of color. So I was very, very interested in doing that so that I can get out front and people can see me and know that ACS was behind me and supporting me. So the support thing was a big thing, and what they had done for me, and I wanted to continue to support the organization that supported me during my time.
Thanks, Catherine. That's great. I mean, you really touch on a lot of programs that we provide, and it's amazing that you are able just to talk about that and share the connection that you have with ACS, and we're glad that you're a part of the organization. So thank you. Kelly or Natasha, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, so I know just during my mom's treatment and diagnosis, especially during like earlier on when she was heavy in chemo and radiation, she was joining just like all these online forums and Facebook groups and really developing like an online community of other breast cancer fighters and survivors, and was just getting involved, or I guess like getting like that moral support that she needed, that she of course was getting from her friends and family, but also from these amazing strangers she was meeting online and getting care packages. And similar with my mom, she couldn't afford a wig, so it was just nice to be able to get one, made for her and sent to her, whether or like a socks during chemotherapy, things like that. And I know my mom just really wanted to do something to kind of help give back. Breast cancer, obviously something really hard, to fight. And what's unique about her case is that it's actually like a genetic mutation. So as kids and as cousins, we were all tested for the gene, and thankfully I'm in the clear, but I do have like my little sister who's not. And it's just nice to kind of get involved early on and see everything that we could do to kind of help things alleviate some pain, whether it's for our future selves or for people that are fighting right now.
Thanks, Natasha.
My main reason to get involved was I wanted to spread the word that it can happen even at a young age. My friend who passed was 42. I was 50, and I still think of myself as relatively young. And so, I just really want people to know that get out there, get tested. Don't be afraid to get tested. There's nothing to it. It takes, just 15 minutes to get it all done. And so I really just want people to know that, to really spread the word to get yourself tested. Because if I would have waited, you couldn't feel it. The doctor didn't feel it. There wasn't a lump for me to feel. And so if I wouldn't have had myself tested, it could have potentially been too late by the time I could feel it.
Thanks, Kelly. So we'll jump in, and Carly has some more questions for you specifically about your fundraising efforts.
Yeah, so next we want to talk more specifically about, what you do to fundraise, since obviously you have all been very successful, and share some tips and tricks with everyone else on the call. So I'd like to start with talking about what your go-to methods are for raising funds and asking for donations, and what you found to be most successful, as well as what advice would you give to someone who wants to raise more? I think everyone has different ways of going about it, but we'd love to hear what is successful for you all. So Catherine, if you'd like to start, that'd be great.
Okay, so for me, I have a large church family as well as extended family with organizations that I participate in. So everyone, of course, knew that I was a breast cancer survivor. I think the thing that makes it hard to raise money is if you haven't been a survivor yourself. You've been through it, and you know what to expect, and you know what you need. So for me, what I did was I opened up my phone, and everybody that has a contact in my phone, I'd sent them a text message. I'm like, they're going to either say, yeah, I want to support you, or they're going to say, no, not at this time. And it's okay. I don't make them feel, oh, you're not a good friend of mine. Oh, you're not supporting me if you don't, give something to the walk. So I did that. And surprisingly enough, everybody knows someone, or cancer has affected everybody. So everyone that I sent text messages to and asked them to support me in the walk, and I just gave them a little background that, it's a family thing. All three of us, and I include myself and my two sisters, were stricken with breast cancer, and we want to give back. And, they hear the story and they're like, oh, I really didn't know that. And they want to support. So I did that. And then the organizations, I'm in a bowling league, in 2 leagues, matter of fact. And again, I just made the announcement, had like a envelope that I gave to each team, and everyone was like, oh, we want to support you. And they gave. And my church, again, I just went and had an announcement made, and everyone's like, oh, we really want to support you. So that's kind of like how the ball got rolling for me. Everyone heard the story about myself and my two sisters. They wanted to support. We're all survivors. And they're like, yeah, we know someone too that has been stricken with breast cancer. So for me, it was just getting out there, sharing with everyone, not being ashamed, because, before it's been like a poo-poo thing. Ooh, that's private. You keep that to yourself. But by sharing, you open it up and you find out, oh, someone else, is going through it right now. Because I had a lot of people come up to me at church and say, I really didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. But hearing your story, really opened me up, and I'm ready to go and get treatment. Because this one lady, by the time she got diagnosed, she was already like a stage 3, and she only did it because I had talked about my condition and what happened with me. So I felt good that by listening to me, she was able to go and get tested, and she was able to get treatment for herself as well. So for me, and I'm gonna stop talking, give someone else a chance, just connecting to everyone, just telling your story, and people will support you.
That's wonderful, Catherine. And you never know until you ask. So that sounds like that's the way that you went about it as well. Kelly, I'd love for you to share your ideas.
Absolutely. So I've done, some similar things with reaching out to family and friends, and I've done a lot with Facebook as well, and just reaching different organizations. I have 3 kids and they're very active in scouts and different sporting activities. And so I have sent emails as well as Facebook posts about the walk and about supporting breast cancer. And then I also went to my company and pitched the idea of us doing a team at work. And so we now have a DHL team, and we have different locations, and we're kind of making it almost like an internal goal of who's going to be the top location that raises the most money, and then the company will match up to a certain point. So with me, it was trying to get my company and my coworkers involved as well, because they've seen me go through this journey, and so it was a way for them to get involved.
Wonderful. Yeah, I think there's a lot you can do with your company, and all you have to do again is ask. Natasha, I'd love to hear your suggestions.
Yeah, so I feel like primarily I've just been really active on social media on both like Instagram and Facebook, and sharing photos of my mom, sharing the link, sharing details about the walk, and a lot of friends and family have donated that way. I also work at a restaurant in Chicago, and just recently, in regards to all like the Maui fires going on, we're doing like a little donation at work where you get to wear a Hawaiian t-shirt instead of the uniform, and you just have to donate $5 to participate. So I'm going to work with my restaurant, do the same thing for like the first week of October, and say that you're going to be allowed to wear a pink shirt to work instead of the all black, but you have to donate $5, which I think will be a little nice way to kind of get my coworkers involved as well and get them excited for the walk, because I know they'll be joining us. And then just most recently, my mom has also been pretty active with fundraising money just on her Facebook, but we're going to be making t-shirts for all our friends and family that are walking with us, and just again kind of the same way, the money for the shirts will come from us personally, but if anyone wants to grab a t-shirt day of, there's going to have to donate $5 to be able to get one that says Dina's Warriors on it as well. So hopefully with those 2 things, we'll get some nice traction. And then just, I think that a lot of times, even I think sometimes I'm annoying on my social media, but I keep on posting about it. But, you just never know who you can reach, and just continuing to tag my family and having them reshare, or I've had some friends reshare to their own personal pages as well, which has been really, really nice.
I love that. That's all so great. It's great to know that you guys are involving your companies. You're reaching so many people, and I feel the same way when I reshare a zillion times, but sometimes people miss it the first time, and then they forget. My friend the other day, her sister asked her, wait, when is that event again? And it just takes reminding people, and the worst thing you can get is a no. So really great ideas, and I hope a lot of people learn from your successes. But one other question, just to kind of tie it in with Carly's question, is anyone hosting like a specific event around your fundraising? Like, pickleball is really popular right now. Are you hosting a tournament, things like that?
Okay, as I said before, with me, I'm in 2 bowling leagues, and I wait until right before the walk. It seems to be more effective that way, because if I do it too soon, then they're constantly asking me, did you do the walk? Did you do the walk? So I wait till about 2 weeks before the walk, and then, I actually 3 weeks. The first week, I let them know it's coming, and then the next week, before the walk, I actually go through and they do the contributing. So we have pots where, people participate in it. And the thought came to me that this year what I would do is, if they participated in the pot, that they would take part of the money for the pot and then part of the money and donate it to the walk. So that was an idea that I came up with that I'm going to do this year. Last year, I just asked people to participate. So this year I'm going to work because the pots are big. So I figured if they donate part of the money for the pot and then another part of the money for the walk to support me, then I'll get a bigger outcome if I do it that way. So I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see what happens.
Awesome, love it. Tying in your hobbies with fundraising, it's great.
I'm thinking about doing something like end of September, early October with one of my friends that owns a bar in like the little village area of Chicago. And I think what we're going to end up doing is just hosting like a pink themed happy hour. And potentially I would be able to guest bartend it, and kind of all tips raised while I'm bartending that night will go towards like kind of one of the final donations from my end. For the walk itself, and still trying to work out the logistics, but I think that if we kind of have everyone that comes in wear pink and maybe come up with like a pink cocktail of sorts to sell, it would be a fun way to get everyone together on like a weekday night.
Yeah, that's great. That's a fun way to tie it in and utilize your friends and your family's businesses and things like that. Thanks. Carly, do you want to ask the last question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I just want to make sure in case Kelly had anything to add.
Oh.
So obviously you guys are doing a lot to get donations, but we want to just make sure we touch on thanking your donors. So I'd love to hear about how you all go about, recognizing your donors and making sure that they feel appreciated for making a contribution towards, what we're doing to help end breast cancer. So whoever wants to start, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts.
I've been reaching out right away, just with a text message or in person, just depending on who it is, thanking them. And then my thought is after the race to do a personalized message, kind of a little bit if they're, if they actually walked or if they just donated, or, kind of customizing that thank you note a little bit. And then I'm also doing like a barbecue thank you lunch after the race as well.
That's great. I love the 2 touch points there. That's people love to hear from you and feel appreciated. So that's awesome. Catherine, do you have any ideas?
Yeah, so I was kind of doing like with Kelly, once I see that someone has contributed, I immediately, and I make a big thing of it in my thank you, to make them feel good about it. And what I did last year was we had a picture, my husband's a photographer, so I had him to take a picture of the whole team and holding it, next to the Making Strides walk sign, and of course at the finish line. And I sent everyone a picture that donated. I sent them a thank you card with the picture in it, letting them know, this is what we acquired, and thank you so much for helping us to meet our goal. And we actually went past the goal that I originally set, so we're very proud of that.
That's awesome. I think visuals are always really, they help drive home the point and show people where your efforts are going. Natasha?
Yeah, I'm similar as Kelly and Catherine. When I get the email that I've seen that someone has donated, I like shoot them a text message or call, just like appreciating them. And if they're local, trying to like reinforce that, like, hey, the walk's on October 14th. Like, would love if you could join with would love if you could walk with my family. My mom is also thinking about kind of writing like personal handwritten notes to kind of pass out morning of the walk, just as a way of saying thank you. And I really like that photo idea, Catherine. So that might be something I want to do with our team as well this come October. But
that's great. I love the idea of handing out the notes at the walk too. It's something very tangible that people who came out to support can come home with.
Yeah, thanks everyone for sharing. One of my friends, this was years ago, baked everyone banana bread, which I was like, wow, that's very, very personal. If you have that time, then please do. I declined. I was like, I know you probably already have a lot of bread you need to make, but thank you. But I thought that was really sweet of him to do. But again, thank you so much for sharing your ideas, your successes. We really appreciate all that you're doing for each of your events, and we're excited to honor you, Catherine and Kelly and Natasha, your mom, in October. So at this point, we're happy to open it up to questions from our participants to see if you have any questions specifically for our panelists or for our Stride staff. Carly and myself can answer. So if anyone wants to come off mute, now's your time to ask those questions. Don't be shy. Okay. Well, if no one has any questions, you can of course send us emails or contact us. We have our texting platform. You can always text us back if you. I'm sure everyone is starting to get those texts from us. But we wanted to share just a few more tips from ACS, and let me just share my screen. Make sure. Okay. Just want to make sure the sound is share sound. Okay. So we do have a little promo video that we wanted to share with you too, just to get you excited.
This is American Cancer Society making strides against breast cancer. It's go mode time. Get ready to make some amazing strides. Since 1993, we've become the most impactful, the largest, the #1 breast cancer movement in the country. We are the movement, the hope, the future. For over 30 years, we've been celebrating the courage of survivors and thrivers. There are more than 3.8 million breast cancer survivors in the U.S. today. So we continue to unite communities across the nation to end breast cancer as we know it for everyone. But there are still more steps to take. Over 280,000 people were diagnosed in 2022. Now the shoe is on your foot. Ready, set, go. Be the movement. Sign up for the walk. Be the hope. Support a survivor. Be the future. Donate to help end breast cancer. Every sponsor, partner, and person moves us one step closer to ending breast cancer as we know it. Go mode activated. Sign up today.
This is also a really great video to share with people who maybe haven't been to a walk before, to get them excited. So, grab that link and make sure you share it out ahead of the walk.
Thanks, Carly. Yeah, that's a great idea. So just wanted to share a couple more resources that we provide here at ACS. If I'm not sure, I don't believe either of our panelists necessarily talked about our fundraising app, but it's super convenient. It's super helpful. It's an easy way to track your donations. You can automatically send text messages, email templates. It's just one click away, and it pops up a text message to send to your friends. You can also upload your checks or deposit your checks through that, so you don't have to mail them in. So it's very convenient. I really recommend you all downloading that just to help track your progress easily. It's available in the App Store and Google Play. And then I also want to share this just so everyone understands where your donations are going. It's really important for us at the American Cancer Society to ensure our donors and our participants or volunteers and know that the money that they're raising, all the hard work that they're doing is going towards really important causes and the important work that we're doing. So here's just some examples that I also recommend you sharing with your donors. So if someone does donate $100, you can share that their $100 is helping provide 2 free rides and invaluable relief. Like Catherine mentioned earlier, she was able to get rides to treatment from our Road to Recovery program. So there's all these different programs and resources that we provide that those donations and those dollars are counting towards in our mission. And lastly, I just wanted to say thank you to our panelists, Catherine, Kelly, and Natasha. We're really grateful you are part of our panel today. We're really excited to share this out to our participants in our newsletters and on social media if you weren't able to attend today. But we're really excited for October. There's a lot of progress that we're making here at the American Cancer Society, and we can't do that without supporters, without our volunteers, without our pace setters and Grand Club members like you that participate in our walk each and every year. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. You can always contact your local staff partner for each Illinois event that we have just to get more resources. We have plenty of those social media graphics, tips A to Z on our website. We have a lot of different things that you can download or always come to us and ask questions. So again, thank you so much for your time, Catherine, Kelly, and Natasha, and we're excited to see you all in October.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. This is exciting.
Thank you all for your time.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.